I, of course, am not a fan. I am a judge, impartial. The audience is...
You're impartial towards Tom Brady?
I am completely impartial. But you would have to feel great if you're a New England fan. You're playing with house money. You're an underdog. You've been a great cold weather team. If you are a fan of Kansas City or lean emotionally toward the Chiefs, it has to be a nerve-wracking time. And with that, Kansas City resident for a long time, grew up there via the Coward Global Satellite Network. Nick Wright, first things first, co-host. All right, let me guess. I want to hear you. I broke it down brilliantly in the opening segment, which is every dynasty.
Oh, you did.
Every dynasty needs a break. Nick Saban's faced a bunch of powers in the SEC who can't get coach right. Shaq and Kobe get a divorce, allowing Duncan to dominate. And Steph signs a teensy contract after he hurts his ankle, which allows them to fortify their bench, get Kevin Durant. And New England, yes, has had a little bit of a break in a dysfunctional division. But you are not by any stretch overconfident this week, are you, with New England?
Well, no, I'm not nearly as confident that the Chiefs are going to beat the Pats as I was certain they would beat your beloved Indianapolis Colts. And wake me when Andrew Luck plays a good playoff game on the road, and wake me when he plays a competent playoff game outdoors. But I guess that's neither here nor there. That's a discussion for next year when it's someone's fault other than his. But the Chiefs are the better team. The Chiefs do have the better offense. They do have the better quarterback. They do have a home field advantage. And speaking of the home field advantage, Colin, if I'm not mistaken, Kansas City is the only big city in America you've never been to.
That's
correct?
True. Yeah, that's actually right. That's the only top 30 city in the country I've not been to.
Yeah, I know this. I've done my research, sir. So let me just help you out a little bit.
Yeah.
Because I heard you yesterday say that evidently the folks in Kansas City must be used to some tropical climes because they're going to be too cold to cheer.
Yeah.
The only people that found that more absurd than I did, evidently, are the Kansas City Chiefs, because about 8 minutes ago, they tweeted out a clip of you saying that just with LOL from the official team account. So that makes, for the FS1 staff, you and I one apiece. The Eagles tweeting out a clip of me saying they can't win the Super Bowl right before their parade for winning the Super Bowl, and the Chiefs tweeting out a clip of you saying the fans are going to be too cold. Colin, I know you've never been there, man. It gets cold in Kansas City, bruh. There's a lot of cold weather games these Chiefs fans have been to, and they have cheered their way through. So the Chiefs should win. Now, is it possible the Patriots win? Of course it's there it is. That right there. There's your beautiful face. Is it possible that Patriots win? Of course it is. And are the Chiefs, is the line right? Yeah, they should be about a 3-point favorite. But they are the better team. And one last note, you said you're the impartial judge, right?
Yes.
Well, listen, if I had any trial involving the New York Jets, I think I'd get it thrown out on appeal, because I think I just saw the impartial judge fist bump when he heard Greg Williams was the D coordinator. So I just if the court will allow, but go ahead.
Okay, well, I do think the Chiefs should be favored, and I do think this is a moment for Andy Reid, like Jim Harbaugh next year. Okay, Urban's gone. I'm not defending you. Go win the Big Ten. LeBron's gone, Giannis. You got to get to the Eastern Conference Finals. There's no excuse. Good coach, good players. I do feel with Andy Reid, who I love, though, you would acknowledge this is one of those Andy has to win. There is a little pressure here on Andy, a little.
Oh, 100%. It's the only thing missing from his resume is a Super Bowl win, and you're not going to be better positioned than you are right now. You might be as well positioned, but you are playing, instead of playing a team in the Chargers who has been to that building and won, you're playing a team that's been awful on the road, a team that you have enormous success against as far as scoring points. And Colin, I'm going to throw a stat at you that might blow your mind. The Chiefs have not allowed 30 points at home, this is per the Action Network, in 34 consecutive games. The second longest in the NFL is 16. So you have a defense that is actually been good at home over the last 4+ years, and you know the offense is getting to 30. The offense stopped trying after halftime against your overrated Colts last week and got to 31. They couldn't do anything in the first half in New England the first time around and got to 40. They have a quarterback who's having one of the 5 greatest seasons any quarterback has ever had in NFL history. So the Pats going to have to get to at least 32 points to win this football game. I don't know if they can.
I want to segue to the NBA. I said yesterday, the people I trust in the NBA and scouts and executives I've leaned on for years said, hey, there's a lot of talk in the NBA with Luke Walton right now. They couldn't beat the Cavs. Cavs are awful. Couldn't beat the Knicks. 3-7 before last night without LeBron. The offense has plummeted. And, you know, Magic and Rob Pelinka didn't hire Luke Walton, although I think they like him. And LeBron can be restless, to be diplomatic, with coaches. My takeaway is this is a perfect year to be patient if you're a Laker fan or an executive, because it's a Warriors title to lose. What say you on Luke Walton, LeBron James going forward? Patience, no patience. Where do you land on that?
Listen, I think the easy conversation that people in LA want to have, I'm not talking about you, I'm talking about the people, fans of the Lakers, is should we fire the coach? Firing the coach or keeping the coach is not going to right now fix the major concern with the Lakers. And by the way, LeBron's not going to be back these next 2 games. He's not going to be back the next 3 games. When he comes back, the earliest he'll be back is the Timberwolves game. When he comes back, they'll be at best in 10th place. But that is not on Luke Walton. I agree with you, they should be patient. It's that Brandon Ingram and Lonzo Ball are the exact same players they were last year. I want to know who with the Lakers is in charge of player development, and why do players not develop? Why did D'Angelo Russell not develop until he left? Why did Julius Randle blossom into the best player he's been the moment he left? Why is Brandon Ingram statistically the exact same player, just slightly less efficient year 2 to 3? Why is Lonzo Ball the exact same player year 1 to 2? The point of blue chips is that they evolve. Who is in charge of player development, and why is it not occurring? Whomever that person is the person that needs to be held accountable. Maybe that is Luke Walton. I'll be honest, I'm not certain who it is, but it's not occurring. So either you're drafting players who have no growth potential, I don't believe that's the case, or the team is not developing its talent. That's the concern.
By the way, finally, I don't know if you've given your picks yet. You like Kansas City, clearly. If you talked NFC, if I said to you this morning, Super Bowl this year will be Nick Wright?
My pick from before the playoffs, Saints Chiefs. And so that's the one that I would go with. And I know you're probably going to hold off on your picks because you're going to be moving lines. America's waiting. You're 8-0 straight up. You're 6-1-1 against the spread.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm aware. I already know where this is going. I am going to present you an offer, though.
Okay?
And I think it's totally fair. The Chiefs are 3-point favorites, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to give you a half point. So I'm going to tilt it way in your favor. I'll take Kansas City -3.5. And I feel like this is a totally even bet. We'll just go one of my paychecks against one of your paychecks.
Listen, let's not get into. I think betting is really if you really dig deep, it's immoral. I don't believe in betting.
Oh yeah. Weren't you wearing literally an all money suit this weekend?
It was a prop. Of course, that's not how I truly believe or dress.
And didn't you tweet to me on Sunday when I tweeted you about this game that you've already made your wager with a money bag emoji?
Yes.
Didn't that happen?
Yes, I actually, this weekend, I am breaking some personal rules and morals and values. I am betting both these games this weekend.
All right, well, listen, like I said, I feel like it's totally fair. I can't imagine there's a major discrepancy. I mean, I don't know what you make, but I assume it's the same as me. So let's just go paycheck to paycheck, brother.
You appear to be breaking up. We're losing Nick Wright. The satellite is breaking up. Great talking to you, buddy. Nick Wright, first things first. I will have my picks, by the way, on Friday, and I've already I feel strongly about both. We are 8-0 straight up. We haven't done that before. I've never gone 10-0. I've never gone 8-0. So you get some breaks in this stuff. So I do feel very strongly about both. For the record, Last year, our Final Four was Philly, Minnesota, New England, Jacksonville. 2 of those 4 went into the tank. Last 3 years, the 12 teams, 3 Final Fours, half have gone into the tank. There's 4 teams left. 2 I know are not eroding. 1 I don't think is eroding. But one of these 4 teams next year, keep your eye on. That's coming up next. Small steps lead to big changes. It's important to think about that entering the new year.